how do stories play a role in your coaching? Because I think one thing that I've kind of mentioned it, but one thing that you really helped me with was the ability for me to tell myself a different story. Like, is there a different story that you could tell? And it is so powerful. And I think in some ways so simple once you actually have the framework for it.
Yeah. Yeah. So I feel like we've kind of implicitly been talking about it, and I love that you're making it more explicit, right? Implicitly we tell stories like, if I'm not grinding and if I'm not hustling, I'm lazy, right? Or if I'm at peace, I'm giving up. And as you've described, actually there are so many alternative stories. Maybe actually being at peace with certain things and pushing on others will allow me to live a fulfilling life, right? We can shift the narrative that we tell ourselves. And so much of the work that I do with clients is just like pushing and testing on assumptions. I mean, one of my favorite questions from a woman named Jennifer Garvey Berger, who I've learned a ton from, another coach. The question that she uses so often that I have completely stolen is just like, how might you be wrong? Like, how might the story you're telling just how could the opposite be true? Maybe complacency would be something that is enlivening to you as opposed to soul crushing.
Yeah.
Um, and then I think we also tell a lot of stories in relationship with other people. I mean, I don't know about you, but I mean, I've been married for close to 20 years, and I still tell stories about my husband's motivations and like, well, he must have done that because blah, blah, blah. I mean, we are creative storytelling creatures, but oftentimes the stories that we craft create us as kind of the hero, and we're the one that are overburdened and unseen, and the other person doesn't get us. And we forget that the other person has a whole story that they're crafting and a life that they're living. And so I think stories show up within us, and we can tell different ones to give ourselves some more choices and more freedom. And in relationship, we can be more curious about other people's stories in order to find more connection and build some empathy.